Hello folks, this is Marcus again. Today we are here to create together this tutorial. We are going to learn how to create this drop-down, this little thing over here. We have two states here to show you. This one here, Brazil, for example, I have a list inside of this drop-down. Then when I click here or tap, if I'm using a mobile phone, it will be opened, and then I can scroll down and select what I want. For example, state. I scroll down, I tap on Bahia, and then Bahia will be selected. So we are going to learn this, but like normally, I don't like only to step into and then start doing a really simple tutorial. I could demonstrate like, okay, let's do this container, some texts, and this scroll bar, and it's over. But I prefer to demonstrate how to use this component, this element inside of a flow, and I like to show atomic design concept too. Here, for example, see what I'm talking about. I created the section named flows, okay? And here we have this page. The user was asked to fill up all the home address information. So the user starts, type in here, and then this keyboard will appear. The user fills this first part, go to the next, fill, go to the next, fill, like street address, number, complement, and then here zip code, fill the zip code, country. So here we arrived in the place that I want to show you. The user selects, hover at first. Here this hover is a little tricky, not exactly tricky, but this hover works better when we are in some web application. So we have the mouse to hover and explore things before clicking. But I'm demonstrating here anyway. Then the user taps here, Brazil, my country, will be selected. Then the user goes to state, select the state, then city, and finally this button will get able to be clicked. The user click it or tap it. You got my point. The user clicks here and then goes to the success page and then go to the home page. So this flow is a flow really simple, but normally used in many applications. In my daily job, in many companies that I worked in, when we needed to create mobile applications, we normally used to follow these steps. For example, we have many states. It's important to mention here too. See, we have the active state, we have the opened, we have the hover, we have the selected. And we have two types of forms. We have this one here. It's named input. It's different. And we have this one here. It's named dropdown. So we are going to create both of them. But as you know, I like to walk you through all the process, atomic design. So here we have some shapes, right? We have texts, containers, lines, and arrows. And then after molecules, we start grouping things this way. So here we grouped 3 atoms, and we got this little thing here. We grouped many texts. We grouped the shadow with the container, the shape. And here it's Halon. I'm sorry, I can't do anything with you for now. Then we group more. We group molecules, and we got organisms. So we have 2 states here: text or label, and then the user interacts here, and it will be open. So it's a little more complex. It's an organism. Organisms, they are complexes. And then finally we got this template. We have status bar, we have this API bar, We have inputs, and let me switch more, drop-downs, button, and Android navigation bar. It's closed here, this drop-down, the drop-down is open here. So templates. And then we have pages with real information and not only labels, simple labels, dummy labels. And then, oops, I'm sorry. And then finally we got states I showed you before. And finally this flow I showed you at first. So let's jump into today's tutorial and let's do that together. Before we start, I would like to thank the new subscribers. We got a couple of them in the last days, so thank you guys for subscribe, for comment, for liking the videos. It's really important for me and can make my tutorials reach more people on YouTube. So let's start. Here, first of all, I would like to draw a little more things. I would like to have this little thing like this, because we will need, let me show my UI. We need to have a scroll. So just background, and then I can duplicate here, Ctrl D. I can make it a little darker like this. Just to demonstrate that I have this scroll. A little lighter here too. Something like this, it's gonna be okay. So scroll will be the name, and both of them will be scroll bar. Scroll 1L, I think so. No, 2Ls, I think so. I'm sorry. Yes, that happens. Guess what? My mother language, I talk about this normally. My mother language is Portuguese, and I am really well skilled in Portuguese, but English. Even I've been studying for some years, but it's still tricky sometimes. But anyway, never mind. Okay, it's right. Scroll bar this way. Okay, and I'm gonna place in this element here, but I just remembered I'm gonna ungroup this. Alt Ctrl G. I need to have they separated like this because I'm talking about atoms, right? So let's design all the things that we need over here. Let's start with this text. I prefer to have 12. Oops. Yes. Not 16, but 12. It's gonna be better. Okay, I'm gonna select all the elements here. I'm gonna move here, right? Then I will press F and I will click. I will drag, and then I will release. I'm gonna call atoms. It's a frame, you know this. Atoms, and a frame is like, it's a page. Frame is page, just other name for page. Little gray, something like this. Let me show you. We can apply some effects to a page, like for example shadow. Click here, and now we got this shadow. I don't like shadow like this, so I'm gonna configure 24 blur, 16 for opacity, and Y it's gonna be 2, something like this. See, it's a little cool. I can't select a page clicking here. I have to click here in the page's name, atoms, and then I can control the color that I want to have. My elements, something like this might be useful. And then let's start doing together from the very beginning, so it's gonna be easier. Press T, shortcut for text. Click here and type text, for example. It's gonna be Roboto. I do like Roboto, and Roboto is really largely used in Android applications. In iOS, I think it's gonna be San Francisco. most used, but Roboto is okay. 12 regular. In our case, it will be a little not so big. Okay, color. Let's go with blue. I'm gonna go with blue. You can change like purple, red. I don't know. It's the brand color. My application has a brand color. The brand color is the main color is blue. So we got this one here. Now I want to show you some little tricks normally we do when we are working professionally with Figma and components and so. We are going to transform this simple text box in auto layout. Yes, auto layout is powerful. Select here, press Shift A. Cool, now we got this auto layout. See, if you look like this, there is no difference. But if we click here, then we have this fill. We can fill. So we have the text color, I'm sorry, and we have the fill color. I will click here just to demonstrate. See, I can change this color. And this auto layout, it's like some text box, some container, but more powerful because I have control over it. For example, I have these padding, they are internal margins. So I can click here, it's 8. I can increase or decrease, separated. I can come here, I can come here, and I can have a lot of control on it. I can, for example, make round my corners if I want. I have more control over here, the direction, how my text is gonna be aligned, and I have a lot of good stuff. We are going to use this a lot. So it's like a group, but not exactly a group, because the frame it's gonna be like all the how can I say that? It's gonna be all the properties of padding. Padding is the internal margin. So we have this control, we can change color, and we have the text. We can go to the text and have this freedom of doing what we want with the text. So I'm gonna call text, something like this, and then like I showed you before, we have this panel here. We have a lot of properties. We can even click here, see, and change. But it depends on the Figma version. Not all versions I can change this way, but I can change here. They are the same, just a shortcut. See, it's really powerful. 0. Okay, I demonstrated. We are going to have this text. I'm gonna use this pink color just to demonstrate a little better. Now we duplicate. We are going to have this same text, just the color is going to be different. I'm using here 6767, yeah. So just type 676767. If you don't like this purple color, we will not use for many times, just to configure. But if you don't like, you can change to other color like this, just to see what's going on. So we have, for example, if I want to increase, if I want to position my text, see, just increase it, and now I can change the alignment, like left, right. If I, oops, I'm sorry, if I increase like this, I have this control too, like, this corner, this corner, this corner, this corner, in the middles. I have a lot of flexibility. So from now, let's try to use more auto layouts because they are really powerful. And here I can use these constraints. So my frame, it's named frame. I can change like hug content. See, the content will be hugged. I can hug the height and I can hug the width. And then this padding is the padding that I told Figma I was going to use. If I don't want to have any padding, I can type 0 here, 0 here, and 0 here. See, I have no padding. And depending on the case, we might want to use padding or not. In this case, let's go with padding. Cool. So the texts, they are okay. Let me see which more we can use. We have this shape, right? It's gonna be the hover. Let me demonstrate. This hover, when the user is hovering. So let's have it. But in this case of hovering, come with me. I'm gonna show you. For example, I'm gonna increase its size just to demonstrate. I can do selecting both. I can align by left. Let's have white. No, let's have gray. See, let's suppose that we have many texts, a drop down properly. So we have a part like this, and then we have a part like this. I'm gonna duplicate more, for example, 4. And when the user is hovering, I can demonstrate this way. See? But just for a matter of understanding, let you demonstrate, to document, let's have this. I'm gonna draw some shape like this. I'm gonna pick up some lighter color, something like this. I'm gonna call hover, just for a matter of documentation, right? And then I can delete this and this. This one here, I can hide. See, I can hide and I can show. Let me increase a little darker. So I can hide, I can show, and I can even change its color. I have a lot of flexibility when I work with auto layout. So I'm gonna just hide. I'm gonna hide it here too. Okay, but the shapes, they are here. So I have this other form. Cool. I'm gonna delete what I already designed. I'm ungrouping using the shortcut Alt Ctrl G. Bye bye. Bye bye YouTube. Now we got this line. Okay, 200. So click here, press line, and then just draw. Then we can come here and type. The name will be divider. Okay, we need one more atom. I can select all of them, see, and press Shift A. Auto layout is really powerful, and then I can increase the distance between them. Just for a matter of organization, you can do this. If you don't want, you don't need. So we have this little icon over here, really easy to draw. Press P, click like here, and then like here, and then like here. Holding Shift, right? So I can have more control. If I need, if something isn't the way I thought, I can press V, edit mode, and I can move things around. I'm gonna have a fill. It's gonna be like some darker gray, and I'm removing the stroke. I can call I don't know, arrow icon. In the future, like normally I say, we are going to make it better. So for now, icon, or even icon, arrow icon. Easy to understand. I'm gonna delete this one. So when we talk about icons, do you remember that not many time ago, but a couple of time ago, I was teaching you like draw some shape like this, 8 by 8, then place the little icon and then align, and then do this, do that, and then reduce its size, and then group, and then we were doing a lot of things this way. But now I'm gonna show you a easier way to do this. Auto layout, like we did with text, we can do with icons too. Select here, press Shift A. So we got this. I'm gonna apply whatever color. See, fill. Now this frame I'm gonna call arrow icon. I can even use some structure like this, icon, arrow, something like this. And then inside I can call I don't know, arrow icon. I can repeat, or I can use just icon. You see what makes more sense for you, because I have worked in different companies along the years, and many people, they label things differently, and there is no one straight way to do things. The convention, the way the team, the other designers, the developers, all the team, the way people work together will be the best. Cool. Now I can see my paddings. See, I don't want to have a lot of padding like this. I want to have 2 in each one. So I will click here, type 2, click here, click again, type 2, click once, click again, type 2, click once, click again, and type 2. Click out. Or I could even come here and change straight here. But see, we don't have a exact size, so it's not good, not at all. What we need to do in this case, we should have changed it like this. Let's see. That has to be this square has to be perfect like this, 8 by 8. Let's change to fixed. I'm gonna type here 8 by 8. It has to be this way, and I have to align my icon properly inside of this. Let's see how I can do this. See, using auto layout and all the properties of auto layout. I could even make it a little larger like this, but yes, you decide what you want to do. The importance is to align it properly. See, it's not here anymore. Here is related to the page, because I'm working with pages. See, I can align like this, I can align like this. See, the thing is here, the little icon is here, but when I want to align my auto layout, I come here. Cool. Let's move. Oops. See, when I click and I click twice, for example, I can move my little icon out of my auto layout. It's not a good idea. We have to move them together. Okay? So if you click twice, you can move things separated like this. But we don't want. So click once and then just move. Cool. We are doing well so far together. And I don't want to have this white color for now. I'm gonna hide the color. It's cool now. We have more things to draw. We have this container. Let's draw a container just for a matter of documentation, like I said before. It's gonna be named background 200. We can use 200 by 200. Press R, draw whatever size, then type here. Color is gonna be white. Name is gonna be background. Cool. We have one more element of our atoms page. Then this last one, it's a copy. Not the last one, we have more to do. This one, we are going to have effects, shadow. Let's change the settings, 24, and we got here, I like to use 16. You can use whatever properties, whatever parameters you prefer. Close it here, and then pick up, press I for this eyedropper, and click here, so we can document only the shadow and only the shape. Then I can delete it. It's time to delete. It's important to delete. So, and now finally we are going to design the last part for real. So we got these two elements. Let's go closer to them. This background, I could even enjoy this part here. Press Ctrl C, Ctrl V, then move. Then I'm gonna make a little shorter the height, like this, and the width, it's gonna be 4. The color, let me use some color I already used it here. I'm gonna press I and pick up the color from here. Now I'm gonna duplicate, pressing Ctrl C, Ctrl V, or Ctrl D for duplicate. I'm gonna call scroll. I'm gonna make this color a little darker, and then I will diminish like this, something like this. Doesn't need to be perfect. Then I want to have they separated. So the atoms, all of them are done. That's it. So let me just organize a little better. So you will have time as well to organize things the way they should be. I just do demonstrating what is necessary to do. So we got all the atoms we need. It's time to go down and to have the molecules. Now it's time to group things, see, like here. So I want to have these texts. I will remove the auto layout from here. It's necessary from now. And now I have still this frame. I don't want to have this frame. I don't need to have. So I can ungroup, Ctrl Shift G. Then I want to show the color that I got here in this auto layout. I want to have some color like this to see what I'm doing, right? Then I will move this thing here. I want to have this arrow, this line, this divider. I could even have auto layout for this line. Auto layout, like I said before, is really powerful. I will press Shift A. See, now I got this auto layout. I just have to name as divider to identify better, and then inside I can have like line, something like this. But like I said before, you decide. You are the designer of your own design. Okay, I have 2 of them. I want to show the color over here. Whatever color, a different color is gonna be better, even better to align things. So now I can place like this. I can see what I'm doing, like people they do when they are programming HTML and CSS. They do things like this, you know, just to show the containers, the divs, and so. Okay, now I have this little icon here. I did some messy. I'm not seeing what I should see. Where is my... Ah, it's here. My white part. I'm gonna show the background over here. I want to have a different color. I'm gonna moving like this. See. So I have auto layout in all of them, and then when I need to, for example, increase or decrease its size, what I have to do? See, it's not working here. And I want to have more flexible elements. It's not working because I have to change it here. It's fixed position in on resizing. I have to go with hug contents. See what happens now. Not exactly. I'm sorry about this. Let's try again. Hug. Yes, I will show you in a minute, but for now, just stay there with me. We need to click twice here. Now we got this line. The line is fixed. See, we have two elements. We have the auto layout. The auto layout is hug, but we have the line. Line should be hug too. See, we need to open it here, but we have this fill container. It's not hug. It will fill the container. The auto layout is the container. Inside of the container, we got the line, and the line should be like filling the container, right? And then now we can diminish its size or increase. The same goes for this text. I have this text over here. See, I select here. I have this fixed. I can change to hug content, for example, and the text itself, it's hug. I have to go fill container, because now, see, when I increase the size of the container, the text box will follow me. Now it's okay. It's flexible. Now I have to make my components, of course. I'm gonna select these two elements. I will make a auto layout with the two of them. Shift A. Nothing changed, but I have this auto layout over here. See, they are the same thing now. I can call, for example, text plus icon. Okay. And then I have only the text and I have only the icon. Okay. But now I have one more auto layout embracing the two of them, and I can change its color here because I really love to see what I'm doing. So I will have no problems. Okay. And I can increase it. See what's happening. Nothing is happening because I have to configure the parameters like we saw before. See, I'm selecting this text and icon for now. And now I'm gonna go to the text. See what happens. It's fixed. I will change to fill container. Change it. You see? Fill container. And then let's try to make this. See, they are working well. And then I can work a little in this spacing inside, because here I have 8 pixels grid, but here I don't have anything. So I'm gonna select this part, this purple part, and then I can configure it like 8, 8. Not exactly what I wanted. I'm gonna go Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z. Let's see what I can do here. This purple part, text, icon and arrow. Yes, I want to go here, icon and arrow. Select here. Then let's see what we can do. Sure, not happened here. Not happened here. Not happened too. Okay. Let's see here. True. Yes, here is exactly what I want to do. 2 and 2. Here in text, I want to remove the spacing, the padding. Actually, it will be 0. See, 0, and here it will be 0 too. So we can control. We have a lot of control. 0, 0. In this case, see, text 0, 0, and the space between item, it's gonna be 8. I can go 0. Let's see what happens. Nothing happens because we have its own space here, but it's not a problem. Select here, see we have this space here. When I click once, text plus icon, I have this space. I can type, for example, 0, and you see what happens. But it's important to have a little space here, 8 at least. It's cool. And I'm gonna have 8 here too, 8 here too. See what happens. I have this padding, and it's going to be really perfect. See, 8, 8, 8, 8, and 8 here too. Just perfect. And I can type here 200. I can select it here and type 202. See, they are aligned. And if I want to have something different, for example here, maybe I don't want to have 8 here. I want to have 0 to be closer to the line. See, I can go this way too. Why not? If I want to have the line closer to the text, to this first element, I can come here and type 2, for example. Let me see. See, 2. It's really closer now. I have just 2 padding. See, here I have 8, here 8, here 8, but here I just have 2. See, 2. And it's gonna be totally okay. Now I can make this a component. I will even let this way just to show you what we did so far. So I'm gonna select it, and I'm going to duplicate, right? I'm gonna hide all those colors. Hide here, hide here, hide here, and hide here too. Let's see. Yeah, seems good. But I want to have a little more padding here, like 16. I can type this way, and here too. I want to have 16. I'm gonna show you what I did. See, every time that you want to see what you did, you can do this way. And showing the colors, see, we can see all we did. So I increased the spacing here. Even you are not seeing, but the spacing are here. So here I have 8. It's okay. It's the way that I want. And here it's a little inside. Okay. I can work this way too. Pretty cool, isn't it? Now I'm going to do this and this and this and this and this. And now I'm making a component with this. Actually, I will just group. See, we have text and icon. And then we have this divider. I'm gonna select both of them. I will press Shift A. Now I got one more auto layout. Oh my god! A lot of auto layouts. Let's see. I'm gonna use another color like blue. If I click here, I can show again my color, but the blue will cover all the things. But just to recap, but the blue is there. You know that the blue is there. If I want to have some padding in the blue, I just type here 8 and 8. See, the blue is there. The blue is embracing all the things, but I don't want to have any padding here. Just this way. And it's ready to become a component. It's totally ready to become a component. We will do this component in a few minutes, but not now. I want to hide this blue color too and this green color too, clicking twice. So it's perfect. It's ready to be a component. It will be, I will call form dropdown active. Yeah, something like this. This darker color I'm gonna change to the same sort of gray I'm using here 5F, I think so. Let me see the text. Text is 6.7. I'm gonna use the same for everyone. So 6.7, 6.7, 6.7 here too. It's active, right? Just like this. And then we have this a lot of texts. Let's work with them. Here I can show the color. I'm gonna show the white color just to demonstrate. We have this first one. It's gonna be, I'm gonna duplicate, Control D. This first one is gonna be with this shade of gray, a little lighter, I think so, like this. You can see. Do you can you see? Yes, you can, I think. So the user is hovering here, and then I can select both of them, press Shift A to make a auto layout. I'm gonna call them texts. I select this one, I can duplicate, but actually I want to have this color here, so I'm gonna copy this color. I will press and hold Control, click here, Shift 2, Control E Shift, click here, 2 keys, Control and Shift, and then type the color, paste the color here, and see what we got. We have this. We have a lot of flexibility. For example, if you want to have more space, we can. If you want to have more padding, we can. Let me show. We have a new group now. I will have some few color, like a red one. And now, if you want to have more space here in these texts auto layout, we can have this. See the red part. And we have this flexibility. If I want to have more padding in this item, I click twice, and then I can do the same. See, 24, 24. I can change its color so you can see. It's like it's like CSS. We have a lot of flexibility, right? So I want to have 8 here, 8 here, just to be the same, and white. And in this bigger one, texts, I don't want to have any padding. Remembering padding, they are internal margins, 0 and 0 here too. Okay, so we got these texts just like here, and then this container. This is the thing here. We can come here, right button, go to no, actually just change this color here to white, and then delete this one. Cool. So we have this. Now we are talking about molecules. I'm gonna rename it as molecules. I think that I can delete this one here. It's not needed anymore. You understood what I'm talking about. Or maybe I let it here. Yes, just for a matter of parameters. Reference, so the developers, for example, they can look at it, they can think, oh, I have a container here, a container here, a container here, a container here, and the elements inside, they can see it rapidly, padding, margin, and so on. Here, so I'm gonna make the same thing we did on the other side. Let's see. We might duplicate this one like this, and then I'm gonna use some let's say different colors just to illustrate. See, so people, they can see like, oh, I can understand what's happening now. This padding, margin, it's possible to see. Yeah, I don't know if that's needed. Maybe not. Yeah, because this element is simple. We don't need to go this way. I think so. Okay, so we got this part. We got this part too. And this part here, it's being represented over here. I change it in this case. So yes, we group it. It's many atoms together, we have molecules. So I'm gonna delete this. And this shape here, guess what? I can have a auto layout over here too. I press Shift A. I come here. I have I'm gonna apply whatever color just to see what I'm doing. See. And then in this case, I'm gonna use less padding. For example, I can go with 4 and 4, for example. Pretty cool. This blue is annoying me. I want to have something lighter. Maybe some light green like this. Okay, I have to name it. I'm gonna name as background and something like shape. Okay, then I have this one here. What I do with this one here? It's a problem because if I place it here, see what happens. Auto layout, they behave this way. So it's complicated. Oh my god, how I can solve it? This scroll is out of place. I don't know how to solve this. I'm just kidding. I know how to do this. We have to use negative space in between, like this. See what happens. Negative. But let me go closer. This one here, I have to change the order. See? I'm gonna go with negative, probably -4. Yeah, see, -4. Now we got this shape and we got this scroll. I changed the order. The shape go here on top and the scroll will here down. So the order works now. See, everything is well aligned, it's well done. And auto layout it's awesome, really. Then drop me a line here, a comment, like the video, don't forget, it's important to me, and drop a line, make a comment. Tell me what you think about auto layouts. Now I'm gonna change its name. It's not background anymore. It is scroll bar. It's a full thing that's gonna be a component. We could even transform this this container in auto layout. Shift A. Boom, it's an auto layout right now. I can come here, fill, see what happens, because I have shadow. When I hide my thing, like I can see my shadow like this. But shadow occupies some space, so it is this way. I can increase, see, decrease. We have many flexibility. Yes, exactly the same. Auto layout is something really marvelous, I would say this way. I can decrease here the opacity so we can see a little of the shadow and we can see the margins here too. Now it's time to go to the organisms. Okay, now I want to have two different states, active and open. It's gonna be easier. One of them it's done. The other one I just need to group things. I'm gonna delete this one here because I can apply shadow here. You know, I have all the parameters that I need. So I just go here, effects. I got this drop shadow, and I type 24. I like choose 16 and 2 here. Let's see what happens. See, it's okay, but our background it's light gray. If we go like white, we can see this. Okay, and I would like to have some let me see, some stroke. Why not? I apply some stroke here, not inside but outside, and light gray, just something like this, so I can see, I can have a little of contrast over here, right? Okay. So I got this one here. I can delete only on this section. Here it's okay, but here we are talking about organisms. And we have one state like this. We should have one more state. So just duplicate, then we can position this element here, and we can increase, but see what happens. It's good to have colors like I showed you before, so it's easy to fix things. So we just need to select here, clicking twice, and then it's not fixed, it is fill container, boom, fill container, boom, fill container, boom, and fill container, boom. So easy to do, isn't it? It's really cool. And then the distance between them, let me see, they are good so far, but I would like to have let me think, I don't know yet about the stroke. I will hide. I didn't delete, I just hide. Now I want to have things a little closer. They are too far, they didn't seem part of the same element. What I can do, I click here, I want to show my colors like this blue. I can even, yes, now I can see. So I click, I have no padding here to work with. I click twice, and now the padding is the padding of the divider. I have a lot of room to improve things here. See, I will come here, I will diminish, just having 2, and then I will position this thing here, and I can even see that I have more space to work with, because now I'm seeing what I'm doing. So I will position it here, and I will even increase a little more. And the alignment, let me see. Yes, I should work it better. Like 16 here. Yes, now it's okay. The same here and here. If you don't like this spacing like I'm doing here, like, oh, it's too much space, you can diminish. It's easy to do, like selecting here, clicking twice, you can go like 8, see, and here the same thing, click twice, then select, pressing and holding shift, you can change to 8. It's totally flexible. See here too. I change it here to 8. Really flexible. I don't like in this case because this arrow, it seems it annoys me a little, like too closer here, but yeah, like here it's better, it's more aligned, I think so. But you decide. Let's go 16 here and here. Oops, no, actually here and here, left and right, and here in all of them, left and right. Let me go with 16. Okay, now I can hide this color over here, or that could be white too, why not? See, but I think it's better this way. Okay, so well aligned, well done. Let me see if that is flexible. Like here we can, oops, we got a problem here. Click twice. You know how to solve this. This one here, it's like hug, but inside it's fixed. That should be fill container. And this one, because we created one more layer, one more thing, but you know how to solve this now. See, now it's flexible again. And if I can't see what I need to do, I just show the color, and now I can align it properly, and I hide the color. And here, let me see if that's flexible. Yes, here it's flexible, totally. Now, this arrow should be different here. I select this auto layout, Shift V to invert, because I'm interacting with here. That should be blue, the brand color. Let me see. Yes, here it's wrong. It should be gray. Yes, and here I am interacting with, so it should be like this. Oh, but guess what? I was wondering, I want to have this interaction in the third line. How can I do this? It's easier. I just click twice here, and then I go to my keyboard and I press arrow down. See? It's like magic. If I want to have one more item, I just select it here and I press Ctrl D. The marvelous things about auto layout. I just love working this way. Now I have this scroll, and let's see what we can do with this scroll. Let's try to place it here. See what happens. Oh no! But why is that? Because we have to make, guess what, one more auto layout. So I click twice, I select that the scroll bar, I go to my keyboard and I press up arrow, like this, okay? Now I need to have two more auto layouts. One auto layout with this scroll here, and with these other elements, or let me try to explain it better. I will cut from here, then I will select all those elements. They are named text, you see? Yes, I will press Ctrl Z. Actually, I will place it here beside, and then I will select this one and press Shift A. And now the magic is done. Let me see if I can increase. See what happened. Same problem, because I did one more auto layout, and now I have to select to apply some color to change, just to see what I'm doing. See? Now I click here twice. I don't want to have fixed, I want to have fill container. The magic happened. And click twice here. This is scroll bar, it's hug. Let's see inside, click twice, it's fixed. Let me see fill container and fill container. No, it's wrong. This one here should be like this. See? Yes, I got this one here. Just the height should be not fill container, but a little, that should be something like this. See what happened? But it's not working the way I was expecting, so I diminish here like this. But if I have one more item, it's gonna be this way. It's not right yet, but it's flexible. This is the importance. It's flexible for now, but I have to fix internally. Let me see, hug, fill container. Yes, fill container is good. So I have this fill container. If I have less items, it will be this way. Yes, in this case, yes. But it's okay. I will work with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? At least 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's okay. Less than 5, it will have problem. But see, more than 5, it will be perfect. Because if I go fill in the container, let's see what happens. What happens now? I can delete like here and like here. Yes, now it's cool. See, the scroll bar follows all the things. Just this little one here, but you know, it's not a big deal. So I can duplicate here. I can move things like this. Let me have more contrast here to show you what we are doing. See, if we duplicate here and here and here, just increases. And the size, it has to be 200 width. Cool. It doesn't seem the same position, but it is. See. And the distance, let's see, 8. Yes. Pretty cool. So this blue color we will hide. This green color, type twice again. Why is that green? I don't know. Shape. Scroll. No. Oh, I know. This one here. But this background should be white in this case. Should be white. Let's see. White. But we got this shadow, and the shadow is being a problem. Let's hide for a while the shadow. Yeah, the shadow has to be in other place. I'm removing the shadow from here, and the shadow has to be here, right? In these items, I'm gonna call items. Now I can apply the drop shadow here. 24, 2 over here, 16 over here, and now it's okay. See the difference. And here, let's see what we can do. I am wondering about one thing. Selection like this. I'd like to have the selection more or less. No, it's okay. Yeah, I'm wondering too much. But that should be better, even better, if we have some margin here. See what I'm talking about? I think it's better because we have some space in here. Maybe that would be 4 to be the same. Just to have some little space here, some little space here, so things they seem a little better this way. And let's see here. I could have, for example, like 0 for my line. And H, because now looking better, I know that we have a little more room to improve things. But it's flexible, like I told you before. It's easy to do adjustments because we are working with auto layout. I'm using 4 in this case, not 8 anymore, but 4. Not 4. 4 isn't that good. Here, that should be a little more because we have this number 4 here. So 4 plus 8, it's gonna be 12. So I have to change it to 12 to be right. Or if you don't want to use 4 here, you can use 8 and things will be well aligned. But just a detail, right? Just a little detail. Actually, I don't like 12, I'm sorry, but it's good to for a matter of just demonstrating. And here we could solve this like not 8 but 4. Yes, I prefer to have less space in this case than more space. I know that I told you many times without stopping, go to 8 pixels grid, but sometimes as we can break a little the rule, it's not a big problem. But if you don't like, you can go there and increase again. I'm wondering about this one here. I'm using 16 by 16, and here it's being 8 by 8. Yes, we have to make things consistent. But let me compare. Oh, now I see. I increase it, the size. It's been here 200, and here fill container. Now we know how to solve things. Fill container 2. Why are they so different? Because we adjusted a lot of things. Let me think a little. Ah, the line. Now I see. It changed the line. Yeah. The egg car is passing here. So I'm gonna delete this one here. I will copy just the name. I'm gonna delete this one here because I wanna have things consistently. I'm gonna paste because we changed some things. I'm gonna change its color and the orientation like I showed you before. Cool. So we got this. Let me see which more. Yes, just oops, just the 2 of them. For now, it's pretty good. And now let's go down. Let's get to the other one. Now we got templates. To make these templates, I really recommend you to go back and to pick up from some previous tutorial we did in the past. For example, we got these contact chips. I like this one. We can use this. Control C, come here, Control V. I don't want to have this one here. I can delete or hide. Here I can delete or hide. We got inputs here too. We did inputs in the past. I'm gonna change this color to black to be more standard. I'm gonna move those elements here. I'm gonna move this page inside of here. It's not inside. Let me see what happens. Yes, now it is. I just cut and paste again, and that worked. Selecting the page, of course. Okay, so let's type title. Title is okay, and now we need to have all this structure like here. I'm gonna move things a little around, then we will place them together into this page, but just for a matter of aligning and comparing. And so we need to have a button too. Let's see where we have button as components. More options, no. Bottom sheet, no. Walk through, no. Button, maybe here we did a lot of buttons. They are components. Let me see. I'm not sure. Yes, it's a component. Button, primary, enabled. I will copy from here because I don't need to create things from scratch all the time. I paste it here and then I position. I'm gonna show you how to use grids. Click here, then you can see this layout grid. Open it here, you see a lot of cells. Then we click in this icon, on this icon, and then we change grid from grid to columns. We got 5, change to 2 columns. Margin 16, gutter 16. Margin is this 2. Margin is outside like this, and gutter is inside. We can have, like, for example, 4 columns. This is gutter, gutter, gutter. This here is margin, this here is margin 2. Okay, so 2. Now it's easier to position things. See, I can align in the grid, and then I come here and I snap in the grid. Cool. I will click here again twice. I don't want to have these 8, this quarter radius. I want to have 2. Okay, it's gonna be named label. So if you followed all my tutorials, you know that this button, it is a component, and I can swap the instance, for example, to disabled, something like this. This is one way of working with disabled buttons. That could be this light blue, for example, yes, or this gray. Or if you are not working with buttons, you can just come here and type like 32. It's okay too, but it's a button, it's a component, and it has states, so I highly recommend you to use this way. Let me go to the components page. Let me see what buttons I do have. Like here, for example, see, we have this family of buttons. We did some tutorial, I don't remember exactly, but we have this primary, this secondary, and then we have those one here. So I'm gonna use this one here because the other state of this button, it is like this opacity, like disabled. So I'm gonna copy from here. I'm gonna go to the component. To the drop down page. I'm gonna delete this one, click twice, paste here, and do exactly the same we did before. And now we change the state inactive, and it's gonna be true here. Yeah, 24, I think so. Yes, it's cool to be closer to this Android navigation bar because the user can use the thumb to tap things here and it will be closer. The user can use just one hand. In the future, I will show you tutorials about usability, so we can figure out these things. We can learn more, not only interface, UI design, interaction design, but a little of usability, UX too. Okay, cool. Now we need to have this label here. I told you before we were going to have this. So I will duplicate this one. I will rename it. It's form dropdown active. I'm gonna call form input active. The difference is I don't have this little icon here. So I will select. See, I am out of a page. So in this case, I can click straight to the elements and I can select them. But when I place the elements like inside of a page, see, I have to click twice to select each part of the elements. Okay. but I move it outside of out of a page, so I can select like this way. Okay, I'm gonna show the blue color. I'm gonna show this color here. I'm gonna show this color here too. And now let's see what happens when I delete this icon from here. See that this shape increased its size, so it's working well. I can even move things around just to verify, and they are being accommodated properly. So this element is ready to become a component as well. Let's hide the color here. Let's hide. I can even keep the colors just for a while. Okay, and now it's gonna be easy to adjust here. See, if I move, oops, I'm sorry. If I move, see, I'm using grid. I'm seeing my it will be a component in a few minutes, or maybe a little more. But for a while, it's a good element. I can call element because it's flexible. I can use like this. I can use like this. It's being totally flexible. Let's measure maybe 40 here to have more space. Yes, let's see, 40. I'm using 40 here too. I don't know. 32. Let's go 32. So okay, 32. So I have I'm gonna call not text but label. This section we are doing templates, so it's better to have things more generic templates. It's gonna be a label, and I can duplicate like this. I will use 40, and then see the flexibility. It's like magic. We got this label here, and let's duplicate. 16 and 16. Now it's okay. See, my my ego eye, I could see something like it's out of place. Have to adjust this. Okay, now we got this one here. Label, duplicate again. The distance is gonna be 40, but here we have all those here, they are inputs, and this one here, it's a drop down. So I have to pick up this one here. We work it, the name is right, form drop down active. This one here is form inputs active. So I have to have a little more space here. And in this moment, I believe that we could have more states. Like, see, active, opened, hover, and selected. Let's work on it because we are here already. Why not to make components and then work properly? So I'm moving all of those elements here. Okay, the first one, let's make the drop down first. We got active. Okay, first one is okay. Second one is gonna be open. So we got this active. Then we got this open. Let's pick up this one, select both of them, and bring them here. This one is the open one. Then we have the hover. The open, we have to change, click twice here, and then this fill, change it to white, and change this text to gray. See, the flexibility is awesome, really. I don't stop telling this because it's real. So they hover here, and then they select that. See, it's gray here, then it will be black after I select, so people can see something is selected. I will copy this one here. Selected. Now let me create some frame here. This frame we are going to call states. Cool. So we got our states. And now we need states for the inputs, because we did the drop downs. So let's see what we can do for inputs. I'm gonna place it here. I can diminish its size a little. That is any problem really, because they are flexible. I'm gonna hide all those colors for a while once that we understood how to build up them. So we got this active, right? We got this not open, but let's say something like typing. Let's see. When the user types here, it's gonna be black, because this one here we call placeholders. It's a little gray, maybe lighter, you know, but let's go this way. Yeah, let's go this way. And this line will be blue, red color. And let's say the user typed something, some text. That might be text, here might be label, because it's different. Label is label. For example, here that should be label 2. Label, I could call like item 1, item 2, item 3. There is no such rule like so straight. Oh, you know, it's something that should be easy for your team, like I said before. Or if you are a alone, a freelancer designer, if that makes sense for you, just go this way. 5 is the same. We can go here. Item 1, item 2, item 3. 2, 3, 4, 5. I just need to change again this color to blue. Okay, so here something like type it, that might be good. And let's see, active, it's ready to be interacted, to have some interaction. Typing, the user is typing something. Here the user type it, and then maybe we can go this way here, like it's gonna be better. Text, the user is typing, and here the user stopped typing, but it's too similar. I can go, I can have, for example, for a while, just 2 of them. Let's see, I'm picking up this color. Then if we need to have more states, we can step back and make more. So like I said before, let's check if they are ready to be components. Form input active, it's right. This one is form input typing. labeling things when we are doing components is really important. This one here is typed. Drop down active. I have to join the two of them. See, because they are separate. I have two things. I have items, and here I have a drop down, a form. I'm gonna select. Let me see if I change this name. I'm gonna call this one just form for a while. Then I can change, like I said before. It's flexible. I'm selecting the two of them. Shift A should be a frame, a auto layout, and then I will paste the name here. It's gonna be called open. You have to wonder about the caps, like small caps, you know, high ones. Yeah, to be a standard. Open. Oops. Opened. Oops. Again. Open. Oops. Again. For the third time. Okay. Let's see if that is still flexible. No, because you know we learned that before. See, let's apply some fill. Let's have some whatever color. If I do this, see what's going on. So we need to select here. We are repeating that a lot of times just to make it sure, just to fix, just so we can't forget. See, now it's flexible again. 200. Hide the color. Here is the same thing. We are going to call form dropdown hover. This one here, just form. Shift A for auto layout. Paste the name. Change the stage to hover. Some color here just to make some adjustment. Move. See what's necessary. Fill container and fill container. Then come back with 200 and hide the color. And the last one, let's see. This one here has no adjustments, so just select it. Let's change it to black here, black here. Let's see what happens. To have some sort of feedback so the user can see, oh, I selected something and that thing is right. Okay, it's time to do components. Select here, component, select here, component, select here, component. We can select all of them and click here in this little chevron and click here, create multiple components. So again, create multiple components and all of them are created separated. And let's move the masters to the right page. Okay, we can see, move out of the page. We see the masters. The master, I talk about that frequently. The masters, they are like 4 little diamonds. They are the masters. I will select all of them. I will duplicate. And here, when we are not in the master, see here, we have this big outlined diamond. And I will place this big outlined diamond over here. I will do the same with those ones here, moving out of the page. oops, I need to move the masters. See, they are masters. I can identify, and then I'm moving the instances, the copies, because the masters, they should be in the right place. So I will cut from here. I'm gonna go to the components, because they are components, of course. I'm gonna go, I created some section like this here. I'm gonna paste like this, and then I just organize. Okay, done. Tidy up. So things, they will have the same space between them. They are not auto layout, but I can align this way. I can even apply auto layout over here, change direction here too, auto layout, change direction, and then I can have things like this. All the states properly aligned. I can control the space between them. I can name it here like inputs, and here they are Dropdowns. Cool. Can come back to Dropdown. Okay, now that we have the components, let me have the same color in the background, like this. Cool. Now I don't need to work anymore with these elements because we created components. So I'm deleting. Now I go to assets, I type inputs, see what happens. I have 3 inputs. I can move whatever of them like this. And if I want to show that color, see, I can show to align better if I want. But I'm not working with master. See, they are flexible because we did that. And 16 here, 16 here too. Okay, 40. Then I can hide exactly the same. I can see all the colors I played before. See, they all of them are here. I just need to hide when I don't want to use, because it's just for a matter of measuring and seeing things this way. Once that I got that, I don't need to have that anymore. Okay, the first one is label. I'm gonna duplicate. I'm gonna have 40 spacing. See how flexible it is. Duplicate again, position again, 40. Select the 2 of them, duplicate. This one here I'm gonna change. See, I can swap, not only like active typing and type it. I can swap the component too. See, I just click here, input. So we organize the things properly, like that should be here. Let me see what happened. Let me come back to the components page. Form, yes, form, of course. Form, and form, yeah. That's right. Let's see what happened. So we got here. I want to go to input. We got form, input, but it's not input. Okay, never mind. Let me type here form. Let's see what happens. Yeah, now I can see more things. Let me move this one here. So you are not seeing the rest of the components. The reason is click out, click in. We have this clip content. See, when things are not being shown, you can verify here, clip content. Let me delete this one here. Let me place properly. And then, like I told you before, they are flexible. See how flexible they are. I'm gonna see the clip content over here. See what happens. Totally flexible. Hide the color. But the instance, the state isn't this one. So we can swap. See, we have 4 of them. What is form? Yes. All of them are components we did. Form. I can't see the form anymore. Whatever. I can type form here. See, we have other states. This one is the active. So not exactly the active. The instance is different. That should be gray, not black. Let's see. I named it wrongly. We have 2 actives. Oh yeah. I can click here, go into the master components. Let's see. Active, it's right. The second one opened. The third one hover. And this one is not active. It is it's typed, I think. Yeah. So I return to the right page, and then I can see the difference that I changed. See, active, hover, open, typed. So now it's right. Active. Okay. I need to have more 2 actives. The distance is 40 here, 40 here, 40 here, 40 here too. That could be 32 as well. I think that even 32 is better. Yes. I could apply even auto layout here. It's powerful like it. Oops, no, I can't. I should apply the 2 of them, auto layout, then select all of them and apply. Yeah. Okay, let's see. So here 32, yes, but between the elements I'm gonna go with 40. Okay, one more here. Sixteen. See, 16. All the things, they are well aligned. And now I can hide the layout grid. See, I can show, I can hide, I can show, and I can hide. Yep. Okay, so now I got 2 pages. I'm gonna delete this one here. I'm gonna open. Yeah, just swapping my instance. Just duplicating. I can use even the same distance over here. And now I just need to see the reference, right? And now I can swap. Like opened. But what happened? Yes, oh my god, I have to bring to the front comparing to the other one. I select it here, I cut, and I paste again. Yes, now it's above and the other one is under. Okay, pretty good. So we got our templates, right? And now it's time to do some pages. Of course, then we go to the flow and we are done. let's change the name for pages. And let's see, I will copy and paste because I typed this before, but you need to type inform your home address. I just come here and I do this. I will have just one page just to demonstrate what is possible to do. And this one is gonna be field. See, I'm gonna swap in to field this input. I actually type it, and then I paste inside this one here too. I have to swap. This is the beauty of working with components, because you know we can speed up, we can have less dummy work, because we can concentrate really in solve problems, not in aligning things all the time, making things from zero. You know, this is the beauty when we are working this way. Then I really want you to tell what you think. Do you consider this one a good way of working? Do you prefer to work in other ways? I would like to have more interactions with you guys. Just let me know your thoughts, and I will be really glad to know what you think. So here it's gonna be country, but I want to have it open and with some hover. Okay, so hover. The same thing, it's not a problem, we just need to cut and paste so it will be above the other one that is under. So we got country. Let's see what countries we got here. Albania, this color is not right, but I can change it later because I'm copying from other places and the color gets different. Australia, Argentina, let me see which more, Bangladesh, Belgium, and lastly Brazil, my country. Oh, I don't have space for Brazil. What can I do? Let's see. Oh, I have to step back to my master component because I want to have Brazil here. And it's good to demonstrate how we can adapt things. Like I want to have one more. I just click twice, one more time, and then I duplicate this last one. As easy as that. And then I return to the instance and I have room to Brazil here. See? Like I said before, flexible. Now I'm gonna come back with the white gray, a darker gray, not darker, but mid gray, and the blue here. This gray is too gray. I'm gonna go to the master component. It will be not so grayish, but something like this. Okay, I prefer. Return to the instance and see Australia is being selected. I want to select Brazil. So just to demonstrate to you, we did a lot of good work over here. So it's easy to change things right now. Really easy. See? Really easy. It's gonna be white. We can't hide the color. See what happens, because we have a lot of colors in our set, but it's a matter of going white and having the same shade, same tone of green here. But we got a problem here. Not exactly a problem, but we should have more space here. Yeah. So Let's go to the main component and see how we can solve this. I'm going to, yes, we need to have some margin over here. I just realized it, what is needed here. Much probably 4. I will show the color over here. Just to demonstrate, see, 4 and 4, because I didn't have enough space here. See what I was talking about. So I go to master and I hide this color that no one wants, and I just have the space now. Or that should be like this, white, and then I return to the instance. Oh, now it's good. But yes, it's okay here too. I have to work a little more on this little part here. See, it's not the way it should be. I have to remove, typing 0 here. Yes, now it's okay. It's really flexible, and maybe here too. Let's see, 0 here. Yeah, pretty cool. Return to the instance. Oh, now it's really good. So here we are selecting Brazil. Okay, we did, my Alexa is speaking. Okay, pretty cool, pretty nice, really well done. So now it's time to go to the flow. I'm gonna copy, oops, I will paste like cut, click here to select the page, paste here. I don't know, sometimes that happens. Then we got to align, because when I move it, the page, the elements didn't move together. So I cut, I paste into the page, and then now it's okay. So I will copy this page. I will have some artboard over here, some frame, really big. See, this flow is huge. I will pick up the same shade of gray, same tone. I'm gonna call this one flow. This tutorial is getting longer than expected, but I'm excited because I really think we are approaching different sort of things. They are useful. I could have some shadow here. When I will export, when I will use properly, when I will deliver to the developers, the shadow in the, let's try to change this a little. I was telling that the shadow here, it's not important, but it has some effect. It's pleasant, so to validate with other designers, stakeholders, we could use the shadow. But when we deliver to the developers, they will program the application, it's not necessary. Here I forgot something here. State here, state. I forgot, I'm sorry. State here. Yes, and here, let's see what we got. It's a lot of work, and I know this, but the work is necessary. I'm gonna copy this one. I will paste into this page. I will place it here beside. Let's see what we got. First of all, I want to change the states over here. I select all of them, and then I change to active. See, the gray is not so gray anymore. So here we got address, number. That could be even lighter, but there is no enough contrast contrast in this case. I prefer to go this way. Complement zip code country state. I have to change the state over here too. It's gonna be active. Country is totally okay, and here we are going with a city. So now we are doing pages because we are using real information. Okay, the first one is okay. Let's delete. I will duplicate this one. I'll have 40 as distance. I will use auto layout. So I am placing pages into pages, frames into frames. It's possible too. Okay, now we need to have this keyboard over here. So many tutorials ago I showed you how to copy and paste a PNG keyboard from the web. Now I will copy from here, right? Just click here, copy. The tutorial is autocomplete text field, so go there and do this. And now we got to copy here, just selecting, click once, we go to the pages, we go to the auto layout, click one more time or twice, and then we go to the right place. And we should rename this. Each page is important to rename. I won't do that for now, but I recommend you to do. Cool. Something like this. Let's compare. Yeah, it's a bigger keyboard. So now let's change this state. It's gonna be typing. I just wanna have something like this. I will duplicate. I will copy from here, but you need to type because I typed it before. Duplicate, Control D. I'm gonna go to this number section, just this, and now when I go out of this input, I have to change the state. It's now typed. See, the blue line that indicates I selected this component is not here anymore. And let's see, the state active, it's gonna be typing. Amazing. See, when we work with components, we do a lot of work in the very beginning, but then it gets like easier to design. We don't need to think about the visual, the design. We just need to think about flows. Okay, now we got this number. Cool. Then we go to the other one. I'm demonstrating really in details, really calmly. Yes. Change here, typing. Let's see if I did this or if yes, I did. I'm showing every little interaction, every little detail, because sometimes we work in teams, we don't need to do this, but sometimes we do. Sometimes there are many arguments, many stressful moments, and if we do this job little detailed, documented, we have no problem. No one can have any sort of doubt. Like, people can't say things like, oh, I looked at the designs, the flows, and I didn't understand the task, for example, or what I needed to code or things like this, because everything is well done, documented in details. So it's just important. Here at this point we don't have the keyboard anymore, so let's delete. So country, we should copy and paste from here, because I won't do again. We were here, but here, yes, country. I will copy because I filled the component with real information, so I don't want to do that again. I will just delete from here. I click out, twice here, I paste. Yeah. Oh, I'm doing a lot of wrong things. See, when I go from this input to this input, this one here should be typed, not typing. Typed. I can select both of them and change in both of them. Type it. Cool. And here, same thing. Type it. Yeah. Let's duplicate. Ctrl D. And here it's just open, it's not over. So let's change. But I have to change here too, because we don't have Brazil here. So let's go to the main component. Here we have 6 items now. And here we need to have 6 items too. And we did some improvements here. Let's see. 4 and 4 padding. So select here. We need to have 4 and 4. Select here the scroll bar. We remove. Yes, will be 0. We return to the instance. And now we need to type Brazil over here. So open, cool, hover, and then select that. So we change it here to, in this case it's not typed, it's selected. Just a matter of labeling. I'm gonna go to the component, drop down, and select that. Return to instance. Type here Brazil. It is still selected. Yes, it is. Because I didn't go to the other drop down yet. So when I go to the other one, it will change. Like state, some states in Brazil. I'm gonna drag this thing here just to have this reference. I'm gonna change the state to open. Okay, opened. Cool. So we got Acre, Alagoas, Amapá, Amazonas. Do you know Amazonas? Amazonas is really famous state here in Brazil. There are a lot of rainforests, but unfortunately there are a lot of fire. People go there, they put fire on the forest because they want to make I don't know how to say that in English, but they want to make places to create, to rise, and to crop, like farms, and to have oxes and cows and things like this. Well, not a subject of this tutorial. I was just you know, thinking aloud. Okay, Amazonas, then we got Bahia, and finally Ceará. Okay, and Bahia is gonna be the state that I want to select. So I will see the same shade, same tone of gray to use here, Bahia. And the same blue. Amazing. Let's see, we are almost done. Okay, then we can see we have to change to selected. We type here Bahia. Actually, I'm gonna go to the main component because the selected, that should be blue. So let me change it here, so all the time it will be right. Let me return. When I select the master component, it points me to the instance I can return. Cool. Yeah, this one here is not selected anymore. Yeah, you got a problem here. Yes, we can't go this way. Yeah, we have to go to the master component. It's gonna be black. Yeah, we should have one more state, but I don't think it's really necessary. We can change like manually, I think. Let's see if you agree or not with me. When things they are, yes, just when we are selecting they are blue. When we select it, it's black. Okay, let's go this way. Okay, selected. That should be, yes, I did manually, so I'm gonna change it here. It's gonna be black. Selected. I'm gonna reset. I'm gonna go with this color to be the same. That should, yeah, that's okay now. It's not black actually. I have to change in the master components. Black's not the color I intended to have here. I think so. Just the text. Yes. Okay. Okay, let's go to the instance, and now it's time to select the city. City, it's gonna be, whoops, return to instance. We swap to opens, and let's see the cities I used here in Bahia, the state of Bahia, Abaíra. In English that should be some pronunciation like Abaira, but in Portuguese, Abaíra, Abaré, Acajutiba, Adustina, Água Fria. It's something like cold water. Água is water, fria is cold. Aiquara. Cool. Let's suppose I want to select something like Água Fria. It's gonna be that gray here. Alright. And the brand color, the blue brand color. Let's duplicate. We are almost done. Let's change to selected. it's gonna be agua fria. We selected all the information, and then the button. Oh my god, the button should be next and not label. I just realized it now. Damn. Okay, the state, it's gonna be active, and I'm gonna type here next, and here next too. I'm sorry guys, I should have done that in the very beginning. I didn't do, I forgot, and now it's time to change in all the screens. Yes, it's part of the job. Sometimes we are so concentrated, even here we are not seeing, but that's important to label correctly. Like I was saying before, sometimes we are so concentrated. In my case, I'm recording a tutorial, I'm speaking in English that isn't my mother language, and I am like moving my mouse and keyboard and doing many things at once, so it's a little hard to remember all the little details, and I am sorry for this, but like normally I say, it is what it is. Sometimes problems happen and we have to go there to solve those problems. I even don't know if they are real problems, just some part of the design. I forgot, and I step back and I solve the problem. It's a big problem. Just so, yes, I can even speed up, like deleting the keyboard, and I can copy and paste. It's gonna be faster. Okay, I can select here, I copy, I delete, and I paste it here. Oops. But first I type next here too. Oops, next, and then I just select the screen, I paste. When I copy or cut, it will be pasted in the same place. Here too. Well, now everything is okay. Flow. And here next gets rights to be clicked. It gets active, was inactive, or enabled. Some people they call it enabled. And yes, one screen more. We don't need this one here. And now we got this text. It's gonna be 16. Now we got to change it here. We have no icon to step back, so we can apply. In my case, I didn't apply auto layout here. I can apply, and then I can delete, and the auto layout will align things properly. Yeah. Okay, it's gonna be success. I need to delete all the forms here. I select this screen again, only this one here, press T, type whatever thing, the size it's gonna be 16, regular, information sent. I can apply auto layout. I can call it title. I can use some color just to see what I'm doing. I can show the grid. Can have things like this. 40, it's gonna be the distance like we use it in other parts to be consistent. Okay, let me duplicate to have the other texts. It's gonna be text, the size is gonna be 12, regular. See, things they are accommodated properly when we are using auto layout. The margin, the padding will be awesome. Well, I'm gonna copy this text, but you should type. Your information has been sent. Our team will analyze your request and email you. Thank you for using our services. Something like this. And the button is gonna be go to the home page. To get the home page, I think so. Or separated. Don't remember. Let's go this way. Okay, and now it's time to hide this color here and this color here. And I click out, I click twice to select this page, this frame, and then I hide the grid. So we got our design. And let me show you something really useful. Select this page over here and press Shift 1. No Shift 1. Shift 2, let's see. Yes, when you press Shift 2, you can zoom in the screen. Or we can try to see the prototype. Even we don't have a real prototype, we can show as a prototype. Press here, let me see. Present. It's processing. It takes a little longer. And now we can see all the screens in this sort of presentation mode. Not exactly a good thing. I thought, yes, we can go this way. Yes, like this presentation mode. I thought we were going to see this differently, but didn't work the way I was expecting. Let's see. Options. Fit with full screen. Show UI Figma. 0. Yes, because we have one big page, this light gray one, so yeah, it's not working the way I expected. So let me step back to what matters and let's see all the pages we did. So we are here, the user clicks here, address, the user goes, the keyboard will appear, the user will start typing like this, then the user clicks here and types, fills the information here and go to this part and fills the complement and clicks here or types here and fills the zip code, and then open here is Dropdown. Dropdown is the matter of this class. So but it's important to see the Dropdown in the context. So the Dropdown is opened, the user will hover, will click, the country will be selected, then the state will be selected, then the city will be selected, then the button will be able to be clicked or tapped, and then the information was sent and the feedback like go to the home page. Okay guys, this is our tutorial. I really hope you enjoy it and I want to see you in the next ones. Please drop me a line, like the video, leave a comment. It's important to me. And one more time, I would like to thank the new subscribers to the channel, and that's really good. The channel is growing. The channel is new, relatively new, but yes, it's going really well. I'm enjoying making this tutorial for you all. Thank you for have watched it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.